I'm sorry. This space is reserved for poems of disabilities. I know it's the best space in the book, but the Poems of Disabilities Act requires us to make all reasonable accommodations for poems that aren't, normal. Disability is defined as a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or abilities. But you don't look sick. I still feel it under my skin. You don't look sick is just a synonym for I don't believe you.
But you had your disability so well.
Well, I wasn't trying to hide it, but thank you for making me feel like I should be. I don't sing these poems right now myself, but you never know when one might roll along, so we have to keep the space open. You can't always tell from just looking at them either. Sometimes they look like normal poems when they roll in. You're reading along, and then suddenly, everything changes. Do I look disabled to you? Think again. When most people think of disabilities, they think of wheelchairs, hearing aids, or prosthetics, but what if I told you that there was another side? Not all disabilities are visible. I may not look disabled, but that does not make me any less disabled. As someone who struggles with numerous invisible conditions, fibromyalgia, dysautonomia, and colonic dysmotility, among others, I know the adversity that disabled people face. In Poems with Disabilities by Jim Ferris, A Good Day by Kate Rakowski, and This Body, Disabled Body by Amy Jarvis, these disabled poets explore the ramifications of living with an invisible disability. Invisible Disability, a poetry program. This body is not the body I was born into the world with. I've got all my working parts, but they stuttered to a halt 3 months before I turned 15, forever ingrained in my mind as before. Doctors and waiting rooms blend together, and I can't even tell them apart anymore. It took 13 before I even got a diagnosis. Needle sticks, late night sick, like when I was 9 and my grandma ran her hands over my own molting body and she said, "Oh, sweetheart, I really hope you don't have what I do." And then fibromyalgia found me, and it weaved in between my DNA and hunted me down. Yesterday, I spent $60 on groceries, took the bus home, carried both bags with 2 good arms back to my studio apartment, and cooked myself dinner. You and I may have different definitions of a good day. I don't look disabled now. You should have seen me then, pinned down to paper table showers that I lay in, my missed graduation, the canceled plans, the constant worry that I am too much. Holding my hands over my heart, pretending that would press back the pain, aching, aching, aching. This week I paid my rent and my credit card bill, worked 60 hours between my 2 jobs, only saw the sun on my breaks. I slept like a rock, flossed in the morning, remembered to buy eggs. I remember a time before I felt like this, but I can't make that memory stick to me now. I don't look disabled now. You should have seen me then. I wake up immobilized, get dizzy upon standing. The pain radiates down to previously untouched places. I remember a time before I felt like this, but I can't make that memory, the weeks where I forgot how to use my muscles, how to stay silent as a thick fog. These were the bad days. My life was a gift that I wanted to return. My head, a house full of leaking faucets and burnt out light bulbs. And it is easy to forget that your bedroom is not the world, and the dark shadows that your pain casts are not mood lighting. I press electrodes into my skin to try and shock myself back to who I used to be, as if the pain that I inflict now can overcome the trauma that my body has used against me. It stings in the way that memories of before do, but malfunctioning nerves never snap out of it. Dysfunctioning bodies never reset back to normal. When an instrument is broken, the sounds come out in shards, turned over into a sense of not right. When a body is broken, the sounds come out silent. It takes someone even believing in the ache for it to make a noise. Today, I slept until 10, cleaned every dish I own, fought with the bank, took care of paperwork. You and I may have different definitions of adulthood. Disability is defined as a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or abilities. I can't stand up without the room spinning. I can't tie my shoes. I can't slick back my hair into a ponytail. I can't look like I'm in pain. But if I were to fake an illness, Wouldn't I have chosen something easier to believe? I can't flip you off for asking stupid questions. Oh wait, I can with this hand. I don't work for salary. I didn't graduate from college, but I don't speak for others anymore. And I don't regret anything that I can't genuinely apologize for, and my mother is proud of me. I wonder every day how it would have been different if I would have just pushed through the sickness, but my disability does not define me. My mother is proud of me. I may not look disabled, but why does a disability have to be visible to matter? It is a disability, not a visibility. I may not look disabled on 2 feet, made up, words outpouring from my mouth, but the cracks come, and I can't breathe right, see right, speak right. I bury myself under my covers and try to shut the world out. I disappear, I disconnect, I disengage, I make that distance. But disability is not a dirty word. We are not handicapped, we are disabled. So don't take the dis out of our ability. It's not the kind of pride that she brags about on the golf course. She doesn't try to combat topics like, my daughter got to Yale with, oh yeah, well, my daughter remembered to buy eggs, but she is proud. I used to be a marvel. I danced for 7 years. That muscle memory, still kinetic energy inside me, mapping out a path that I used to follow until my pain ghosted it. I still have that muscle memory of the doctors who didn't believe me, of the people who required me past my breaking point, but I have transformed. I have renaissanced. And when functioning, I'm no longer a pitiable object. When malfunctioning, I'm to be trapped inside a glass cage. But I am a marvel all the time, damn it, the medical mystery, the girl who cannot be fixed. I burned down a house of depression. I painted over murals of grayscale. And it was hard to rewrite my life into one that I wanted to live, but today I want to live. I didn't salivate over sharp knives or envy the boy who tossed himself off the Brooklyn Bridge. I just cleaned my bathroom, did my laundry, called my brother and told him it was a good day. Some days I forget about my disability, but then I force myself to remember because it is a part of me. Will always be a part of me. It's the part of me that makes me unique. Unique but not broken, different but not damaged. This body, disabled body, has carried me onward far longer than my able body ever did. And this body, disabled body, will continue to carry me upward into the person that I am still becoming.